Hello, it's Tom Donald from the London Contemporary School of Piano. Today I'm going to show you the ultimate jazz piano warm-up you must know. This just covers so many pieces and it's all done in one go. We're going to cover all 12 keys in one sitting. It's a little bit challenging, but this is something that's going to make a huge impact on your jazz playing. I call this the ultimate jazz scale. It's a go-to. You can just practice this every day. It's going to have a disproportionate effect to other exercises. So I really recommend this is an exercise you look at because I've tested this on students for years, these exercises, and this is the one that makes the most impact. And it involves arpeggios. And by the way, if you are a fan of our work at the London Contemporary School of Piano, do head on over to our website, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, to receive your free resources kit, which accompanies these videos. Wow, I am sitting here on a Blüthner Model 1 piano. I'm sort of pinching myself. This piano is over 9 foot long. It's got a beautiful sound on it, so I feel really privileged to be sitting here in Leipzig, Germany, here on this beautiful piano at the Blüthner Piano Factory. So this exercise, just getting down to the exercise, what it is, it's basically a 2-5-1 but without the 1. So I call it 2-5-no-1. We've had some other videos on that concept before, but the 2-5 is basically this progression. If I show it to you from a C minor, it's this. So we go C minor 7 to an F7, and I just drop the top 2 notes for my F7. C minor 7, F7. And I can do that in any key. I could do this in a D minor 7 to a G7. This is a very commonly used jazz progression. And we can do this in a bunch of keys. But the key is you've got to find the minor 7 and you drop the top 2 notes to get to the dominant 7. In this case, an F7. But this is the way we're going to voice it in the right hand. We're going to arpeggiate it rather than voice it. We're going to arpeggiate it upwards and then downwards with a swing rhythm. And we get this. Da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba. How many times have you heard that lick before? Da, ba, da, ba, da, 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 bum. But we're going to do it in different keys as well. What about D minor 7? Ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, dum. And that's the first thing. It's just to spin it around in a couple of different keys. E minor 7. That was an E minor 7 to A7. F minor 7. G minor 7. I know I'm moving quickly here, but these are chords you need to learn, so you can sit down and practice them. You can get our resources sheet on our website, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, to get yourself practicing it. But the way we're going to practice it now is we're going to move down in semitones. So let's just do this on minor 7 chords. C minor 7, B minor 7, B flat minor 7, A minor 7, A flat minor 7, G minor 7, F sharp minor 7, F minor 7, E minor 7, E flat minor 7, D minor 7, C sharp minor 7, and we've completed all 12 keys. Now we add that dominant 7 by dropping the top 2 notes. We get this. It's the ultimate jazz exercise, this is. But what we're going to do is we're going to arpeggiate it. I'm going to go really slowly to start with. I'll be nice to you. I'm going to go slowly and I'm going to repeat each key twice. But when you're practicing, if you get stuck on a key, let's say you'll get stuck on B minor 7, because most students do, because B minor 7 has a different shape and they can get a bit stuck by that. So if you get stuck on one key, just stay there for a little while and just do that a few times. Block chord, broken chord. Take your time. You're not running a race against anyone, and don't try and run a race against me here on YouTube. Just sit down at the piano, switch off YouTube and play by yourself. Get our resources kit, spend some time at the piano doing this. It's going to make a huge difference. And just be slow, take your time. So we're going to go all 12 keys now. I'm going to do both one twice. So if you got stuck on any particular keys, you just spin around on that key. Let's say F minor 7 was causing you some problems. You just spend a bit of time just there, getting it under your fingers. So now we're going to circle through all 12 keys. And I call this, by the way, before I start, I call this the super jazz scale, because it's just sort of, it's like a sequence. I'm going to start even higher so we can go down a few octaves. And back to the C, we keep going. Yeah, and now we're going to accompany that with the left hand. The left hand's going to play the chords. It's going to mirror exactly what the right hand's doing. Like that. But we're going to do two really cool things with the left hand. We're going to do a jazz style comp, which again, this happens in all these jazz repertoire and all these pieces. So if you learn how to do this, you're just setting yourself up for success. So this is worth investing your time in, these exercises. Absolutely worth investing your time in. We've spent years teaching this stuff to students, and it just totally catapults their playing. And I'm just giving you this for free on YouTube right now. So if you're really smart about it and resourceful, just head to your piano, learn how to do this. You're getting years worth of lessons of value just in one disproportionately successful exercise, because it's just covered in so much jazz repertoire. So I can't point out how important this exercise is any more than that. So now that left hand, we're going to make it punchy, like that. I'm exaggerating a bit because I'm on such a good piano, but it doesn't have to be too punchy. But you know, just a bit of staccato, a bit of accent to it. So then I'm going to come in on the left hand on the second beat of the right hand, on the second note of the right hand. These are all eighth notes I'm playing in the right hand. So like that. And now I'm just going to sail down those 12 keys. Let's do it. So on. Yeah, let's do that again. Starting up a bit higher. Such a simple concept, but when you execute it in all 12 keys, it's really powerful. It even sets you up for complicated forms of jazz like bebop. So if I get a chord progression from Charlie Parker, and this is a bebop 12-bar blues, and I apply the same arpeggiated style techniques with this sort of comping, I'm basically building the building blocks of a bebop improvisation, just by using these very principles. So if I get a bebop 12-bar blues progression, I can get this. And that's just building me up for some great soloing. Now I'm just going to show you one advanced tip. There's many advanced tips I can give you to develop that, but for many of you, that's just the first thing you need to do. You just need to do that. and that's going to get you started. But I'll show you a nice little pro tip to finish us off for today's video, and that's where you can start that same sequence up a minor third, and then you're creating a ninth interval. And I just get a different shape. And it sounds great, so I can do things like this. And don't forget to head on over to our website, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, to get your free resources kit which accompany these videos. You can also find out about our programs. If you need more foundations in your playing, you should consider our Complete Musician program, because it will give you those foundations, so you're not learning to run before you can walk, before you don't want to be learning to sprint before you can crawl. And that's exactly what we do in the Complete Musician program, is we get all of those foundations. We got to get all of our ducks in a row, in a line, so we can learn these more advanced things later down the track. Because I find so many piano students just need more structure in their learning. They're just lacking that structure. They're just relying on platforms like YouTube to learn so many great things, but there's just no structure there. And that's why we created the Complete Musician program. Otherwise, you can just head on over to our website to get our free resources kit, or learn about our coaching if you're a bit more serious about taking your playing to the next level. And I'm going to play us out with some random sequences of these types of chords to show you how important these techniques are when put into fun. Have a jazzy time, and I'll see you on the next video.